customized homeopathic. The reason I customize it and I get your DNA from the saliva and the urine is so that there are no negative side effects. Again, those of you that come to me know that if you want a written money back guarantee, you can have that, but you have to be on the program at 100%, no playing around with it, because then nobody gonna ruin my reputation. I'm just saying, it's that good, okay? So customized homeopathic, and on the sheet of information that I give out to my clients, it tells everyone on this paper that homeopathic remedies, when taken as directed, have, are y'all ready? Catch this, no side effects. Zero, zilch, nada. Whereas if you buy an already made homeopathic, this one's for the kidneys. I don't know if y'all can see this, and this one's for the eyes. So it gives you the dosage of all the different frequencies that are in it, in 6x, 5x, or however they're dosing the medicine. Okay, so these can have side effects because these are like almost pharmaceutical strength. So if you wanted this formula and you belong to me and you're in my office, I just take it, put it on the machine, spin this frequency into this bottle at no additional fee. You're welcome. Just saying, huge difference there. So this is why I customize everybody's remedy. And then going into the enzymes itself, Christina, I mean, we're like joined at the hip. We agree on everything. So I pulled my enzymes out, and then I'm gonna let Christy jump in. And
okay. Yes. Are we still letting people in? Okay. So I'm gonna do a share screen. You shared our last slide. First of all, hello everybody. Thank you for being here. We're excited to share our top 3. Can everybody see me? I can't see myself. Okay.
We can see you.
Top
We can
3
you're doing good.
Supplements for better health. That was probably a little tricky to narrow down, but I think we, like you said, we're both joined at the hip. We both agree these 3 supplements are foundational, of course. Get with your provider, Dr. Debbie, if she's your person. If you're with me, get with me, because that can be a little bit of a complex question. What are the top 3 supplements for somebody, right? But for somebody, generally speaking, where did we narrow it down to? And we decided these 3 were the most foundational. So I'm going to do a share screen here. 1 second.
Y'all know I don't know how to do that. That's why Christy's taking the share the screen thing.
This formation, crushing Ieyasu from 3 sides.
Okay. Can y'all see my screen?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, we're going to
3 to 2.
All right.
This force is still absent. All this hopes now depend on
Mute themselves. Who is that?
No.
All right. Top 3 non-negotiable supplements to elevate your health. Okay. First one, probiotics 11. Dr. Debbie, I'm sure you have that one in your hands. You can hold that up if you've got it.
Actually, I have the Bifidophilus and the Bacillus because I knew this one was our featured product, to let y'all know how many you get to pick and choose from, because it is our belief we don't want your body to get used to any one particular probiotic, just like we don't want the body to get used to a food enzyme and just stop working, period, because both of these supplements are doing a job for your body. They're not correcting a health issue unless you do an enzymatic food program or you're just living off of probiotics. And we have no way of knowing that. So with the elevated 11 or any probiotic, they're all going to reduce that inflammation. It's going to get the gut biome in balance. That's all the good, friendly bacteria. You don't want the bad bacteria overriding the good. So it's to keep everything in balance. It improves digestion, helps with bloating. If there's a diarrhea issue, the Bacillus coagulans will stop diarrhea without having to take over-the-counter stuff. It helps with the bloating, the gas, the indigestion, et cetera, et cetera. But if you read the label on here, you're going to look at it and go, well, this one seems a whole lot weaker. It is. It's not near as strong as the elevated 11, but elevated 11, along with your other ones that they have to offer for you have to be kept in the refrigerator, so they say. I tell everybody, you should be through that bottle in a month anyway. Don't worry about refrigerating it. Just get it out of the cabinet or out of your pantry and get it in your body. And I tell everyone to take it in the evening, no matter what the directions say on here. Because if you're my people, you know the only time your body heals is when you sleep. So you're trying to heal the gut. So take it when you sleep. Christy, do you want to add anything to what I've said about probiotics? I could go on and on.
I think that was good. Yeah, for me personally, probiotics are in my routine. They have been for the past probably 15 plus years since I found out about probiotics and how important they are in your gut. As we all know, you probably have all heard your gut microbiome is your second brain. Has anybody heard that before? Yes, I see a lot of head noddings. So your gut is your second brain, and it's no coincidence that our first pick is a gut supplement supporting the gut microbiome because we know that a lot of your hormones are made in your gut, right? We know that your important neurotransmitters, like your serotonin, is made in your gut. We know that your thyroid hormones are made in your gut. Your T3, your T4 are made in your gut. And so very, very important. I think that probiotics are foundational for any healthy lifestyle, regardless of the foods that you eat. I just, like Dr. Debbie, we just feel that it is a non-negotiable in somebody's healthy routine. Like she said, you want to make sure that good bacteria is overpopulating bad bacteria. And that's going to set you up for success. That's going to also prevent a lot of things like fungal overgrowth, parasite infections, and any kind of SIBO issue going on, which is very common in America. Candida, parasites. We know that's a very, very common issue that a lot of Americans face. So Elevated 11 is my favorite from Nature Sunshine. And it's very, very strong. Dr. Debbie mentioned the how do you say it? The um,
Complicated words.
Yes, yes. So that's a good one. So we know that probiotics, they support gut health. You could screenshot this. Boost immune system. Your immune system is in your gut. Wow, right? So a lot of things take place in the gut. Improves digestion. Obviously, when your gut is healthier, you're going to be able to assimilate, break down food and nutrients better, which is important for every function in the body. If you're not breaking those nutrients down, your body, your organs, your hormones are not getting the foods that you're eating. Reduces inflammation. Inflammation is huge, right? We know how important inflammation is and managing inflammation. And a lot of inflammation starts in the gut for people. So if you are somebody who is overly inflamed, chronically inflamed, it might be that you might need to take a look at your gut and start supporting your gut health, right? And it's just science backed. There's a lot of research and science we know backing the importance of a good, healthy gut microbiome.
Yes, and I'm going to add to that with what you said about the inflammation. So if there's gut health issues, take the Eon patch and make sure you have that one below the belly button instead of putting it behind the neck. Because like Christy said, the hormones are manufactured there. Now go here with me. Think about all the people that are sad and depressed. And depression has set in and they're on antidepressants. So you put them on the happy patch, which is the Eon, and then you get the gut fixed up because that's where, like Christy said, the serotonin, your happy hormone, is manufactured. You put two and two together, and common horse sense tells you no wonder there are so many people that are depressed or have attention deficit disorder or whatever the diagnosis may be, because that is your second brain. The gut is. So if you've got a messed up gut, you're going to have a messed up brain.
Yeah.
Makes sense?
Your gut is your second brain. Always remember that. Absolutely. That's great, Dr. Debbie. Thank you for that. And fun fact, did you know that the human gut contains over 100 trillion bacteria? Wow, that's more than the number of stars in the Milky Way galaxy. Probiotics help keep this vast microbial community balanced and healthy. So you can screenshot that if you want for the fun fact of the day. That's just fascinating, right?
Yes.
Number 2 supplement, going back to the gut, digestive enzymes, featuring proactozyme. We know that.
Got it.
Yep, she got it. I got it too.
It's my favorite.
Yeah, and this is actually something I've been taking ever since I was introduced to it by Dr. Debbie. Because if you are somebody like me, I've actually had gut health challenges. And so I can firsthand say these supplements work. And when you heal the gut, everything else falls into alignment, right? So digestive enzymes help to break down your food, which is so important. As we get older, we actually start to lose our digestive enzymes. We can have less digestive enzymes in our stomachs due to stress, just chronic stress, mental stress, too much physical stress. And also, as we just get older, the enzymes in our stomach start to diminish, and our bodies aren't able to break down those foods as they did when they were younger. And so, digestive enzymes are very important. They enhance nutrient absorption, breaks down food into absorbable nutrients. They can help with bloating, reducing bloating, and digestion. We probably all know somebody that's on Tums constantly. Um, so if somebody has GERD, if somebody has heartburn, sometimes it's related to a lack of digestive enzymes in their body. It also supports metabolism, facilitates efficient energy production in the body. So a lot of times when people feel very tired after they eat, has anybody ever felt tired after they eat? They eat lunch and they're just like tired. That is sometimes due to your body working so hard to break down those foods because it doesn't have the enzymes to do that. So a lot of times insert enzymes, people don't have a problem after they eat with that post-meal fatigue, post-meal sleepiness, I've noticed. I'm sure Dr. Debbie can say the same thing. Um, so yeah, anything you want to add, Dr. Debbie?
Oh, yes. I don't work with anybody unless they're on a food enzyme and a probiotic. That's why it is that important as part of the formula for the 5 to Thrive, because anybody that eats cooked food, period, you heat it, you destroy all the enzymes, all of them. And so therefore you've got to put the enzymes into the body so it can digest and break down the food, turning it into like a liquid form so it can start to pass through the intestines, and the nutrients, hopefully you ate something healthy, the nutrients from the food you just ate are then allowed to permeate through that intestinal wall out into the rest of the body. But if you're not digesting it, good luck with that. It's not going to happen. So you can be eating the healthiest of foods, but if it's sitting in your gut, rotting and putrefying for 3 to 4 days before you ever pass it out, then you've got toxic sewage waste in the gut. On the average, anywhere from 4 to 35 pounds of toxic waste can be found in your colon, even if you're having 1 to 3 bowel movements per day. Let that sink in just a moment so you will understand why I tell everybody you have to have a food enzyme, something to digest it. So on the Proactizyme, it is a plant-based enzyme. They make another one called simply food enzyme, and it is not plant-based. So it's a little bit stronger, but you have to take 2 capsules versus 1. So this one is my all-time favorite. Plus it works for any kind of indigestion a whole lot more than the others. The others really do focus just on digesting. So this one works very, very nicely in breaking down the food for you, especially for those that put their food in the microwave. That's a whole different topic. We'll cover that at another class hour. But now you've reversed the spin on the food. You've killed it. It's now a dead food, no matter how healthy it was before you put it in. You might want to take 2 Proactizyme instead of just 1. Or if you're eating chips or something that's totally a dead food, providing zero, zilch, nada nutrition. Because remember, this is not going to put any nutrition in the body, neither is the probiotic. It's doing the job for your body so that the energy you have in your body can be used to heal your body instead of having to go in and try to digest something that it doesn't even recognize. That's all I got to say about Proactizyme.
Yeah, and my recommendation for that would be for sure before bed, right? Dr. Debbie, you mentioned your body has to heal in its sleep. If you're digesting food, your dinner, your body's not healing, it's digesting. So I especially make sure that my clients take that before their dinner to help break that dinner down before bed. But also before your biggest meals, largest meals of the day. Typically for somebody like me, I like to do breakfast, lunch, dinner. So 3 times a day, before I eat, about 15 minutes before eating. If you forget to do that before you eat, you can just do it after, during, well, however, just get it in your body. The probiotic, that's just a 1 time a day thing, like Dr. Debbie said, before bed at night, is a great time to take that.
Yes, and you can also, I don't know if any of you have tried this with your probiotic, a really good high quality one. Pull the capsules apart. I've tried it with every single probiotic that Nature Sunshine makes. It has this rich, nutty flavor. So sometimes I get that little bit of a sweet tooth, and y'all know I don't touch sugar at all. So I'll grab the Chobani Zero Sugar yogurt, and I'll dump 2 to 3 capsules just right on the top and get a spoon and eat it. And it is so good. I'm like addicted to that. That's like my bedtime sugar high with no sugar. And the probiotic goes straight in. I don't have to wait for it to be digested or anything. Go straight through. If anybody has a tooth infected, you can break the capsule open and again drop it over the tooth and let the probiotic get inside of the gums to help to heal the gum tissue.
Wow, great info. I love that.
Yeah.
You're a little hardcore than I am. I'm just gonna follow it and be done. I love it. Fun fact of the day about enzymes, pineapples. Maybe some of y'all have known this. Pineapples contain a natural enzyme called bromelain, which is so effective at breaking down proteins that it can be used as a meat tenderizer. Digestive enzymes work similarly in our bodies to aid in digestion. So that's a great visual for y'all. Pineapples are great for the gut, high in bromelain, and you'll see that bromelain in Proactazyme as well. Next one, the last one, probably the most potent.
That's the one I jumped in on for the first time because it's all natural. It's all about frequency. So is the photobiomodulation. So are all of the patches. That's how everything works in the body. When you change the channel you're operating on, you change your frequency. And when I change your frequency, your life changes. This is how we are able to offer here in our office written money back guarantees if anybody wants it, because we are customizing their homeopathic remedy by adding their DNA into all of the different substances. So even when we spend frequency from the kidney or the eye formula into this remedy, and it doesn't have to be just this remedy, it can be any of them, it's already going into a customized formula. A gentleman by the name of Hahnemann invented it, and the homeopathics were designed to work with like symptoms. In other words, the way a vaccination should operate if it was, or if there were such a thing as a healthy vaccine, and that's a whole different class in and of itself as well, but that's how the homeopathics works. So if somebody has a bacterial infection, you will literally have some of that very bacteria succussed way down, weakened in strength to help your body build up an immunity to it. Does that make sense with the homeopathic remedies? It's like symptoms treat the like.
Yeah, so like we say, like cures like. That's what homeopathic is. I kind of think of it as like the escort of the party. The escort is the homeopathic remedy. The guy taking the bad guys out, right? He's gonna go into the party, escort the bad guys out. It's like curing like getting rid of like. So it's finding that match, finding the bad guys, pulling them out of the body, whether that's parasite, a sickness, an illness, a disease, name it, right?
It focuses on the whole body, kind of like very similar to how the patches work. We might want it to go somewhere and fix something that we feel right away, and we want it fixed right away. But that's not what it's going to fix first. The body is going to heal itself in the reverse order that it got sick in the first place. So it's going to go where it needs to go, and it's going to fix it. And two, on the piece of paper I was showing y'all earlier that I hand out to everybody, it says on here that homeopathics are always showing rapid improvement within minutes. There's nothing else you can take that works within minutes. It says within minutes. It is long lasting, and most importantly, the body is drug free. Now you can, I'm gonna take it real advanced here. Somebody can bring me in a bottle of prescriptions and we can put that bottle on one side of the machine, hit make, copy, and it spins the frequency right on into their homeopathic remedy. Is there anything else that works like that? No, nothing. So homeopathy for me is the way to go, especially with children, because you can take their medicine, you can put it in your hand, you can rub it on the soles of their feet, you can put it down in the belly button, you can do 101 things without having to put it down the baby's mouth and expecting them to swallow that.
That's good. Yeah.
Anybody have questions?
Homeopathic remedies are amazing. If you've never had a homeopathic remedy spun for yourself, you absolutely should. It is long-term results, like you can see at the very bottom. And totally customizable, 0 side effects, which is the best part. It's very, very powerful, very underestimated. So I absolutely love homeopathic remedies. Dr. Debbie could spin you one, myself, my people know that. Dr. Debbie can figure out what stresses are going on in your body, and she can spin that to help fix those problems, help your body fix itself. So absolutely amazing. If you've never had one, you absolutely should get one. And fun fact about homeopathy. Homeopathy was developed in the late 18th century by Samuel Hahnemann, a German physician who coined the principle like cures like, meaning a substance that causes symptoms in a healthy person can be used to treat similar symptoms in a sick person. So like that little escort example that I mentioned. To sum it all up, those are the top 3 that we came to the conclusion that are very, very foundational. It's a great foundation, especially if you're already doing all the healthy things. If you're not doing these things, you absolutely should. And just overall, what we had mentioned is gut health is so important. If you have any kind of issue going on in the body, thyroid, maybe you have depression or anxiety or something like that you struggle with, back it up to the gut. That's what I was taught in functional medicine. Dr. W, I know you were taught, back it up. A lot of times when you heal one part of the body, which we know the gut is so important, does a lot of functions in the body, regulates the immune system. A lot of times, a lot of things fall into place as well. So I think that focusing on gut health is extremely important. And you can't get any better than a homeopathic remedy for yourself. And then she did touch a little bit on, Dr. Debbie touched a little bit on the LifeWave phototherapy patches. We covered the previous Zoom, which also uses frequency to help heal the body on a cellular level. So that's pretty much it. Dr. Debbie, did you want to add anything else to that?
No. Everybody just take your health to the next level, because if you think somebody's gonna just pop up to save you, they're not. You're responsible for your own health. It is your health, it is your choice, because your whole entire life is the sum total of all the choices that you've made in the past. And if you don't like the way you feel today, you can change it as soon as tomorrow. The power is within you, the choices are yours. So we are opening the floor for any questions. And don't y'all sit there and be quiet, and then as soon as we close, my phone's blowing up.
Yes, ask your questions. Feel free to ask whatever comes to mind. All questions are great questions. And we'll try to get everybody's questions answered. So we'll do a little Q&A for about 5-10 minutes. Fire away. Feel free to ask.
Is this recorded and can I share it?
Yes, it is.
Awesome. Thank you.
Stephanie came in late, was number 1. Yes, I'll send Dr. Debbie the screenshot and she can send that to you of the first slide. The first one was the probiotics that we covered. Probiotics supporting the gut microbiome.
Well, we have some very highly intelligent people on the screen. They might not have any questions for us because we did such a great job in presenting.
There you go.
Somebody's got to have a question. Someone.
Anybody have a question? Here you go, Stephanie. Are you there? You can screenshot that. Probiotics. You got that? Anybody have any questions at all? Nope. All right. Well, thank y'all for joining us. If you guys have any, well, I have a question for y'all. Do y'all have any topics that y'all want us to cover? Anything that you're interested in? Maybe something that you want to learn more about? Maybe a specific thing, a specific health tip, anything that y'all want to hear or see more of?
If y'all do and you don't, and y'all are just being shy tonight for whatever reason, just send us a text and we'll cover it because we have enough topics down to take us through a year.
Yes.
I was gonna just interject real quick. Thank y'all so much for tonight. Really appreciate it. Beautiful presentation, very power packed. And I guess hormones and health. I mean, for men and women. I don't, I mean, it's mostly women except for my Uncle Ken on here, right? That I can see anyway. But yeah, like hormone, like through. I know perimenopause, menopause, all that stuff. I don't know if that's something y'all have on your list, but certainly that's always a helpful topic.
Yeah, and with the hormones and things, you can always just slap the patch on the SP6 with the X39. You don't have to worry about anything. It will start
Yeah.
to normalize it out.
Okay.
It's a matter of
Okay.
time. Or if
Well,
somebody has their bioidenticals and they don't want to keep spending the sum of money, and it is kind of expensive, by the
Yeah.
month you can just bring it in and we can spend the frequency of that into your homeopathic remedy.
Okay. And Deb, do you still do the like can you mail saliva instead of me having to go to
Yeah. You just don't tell the people at the post office for it.
Oh.
Not at all. It's a gift. Just say it's a gift. That way you're not lying. It's a gift.
I got you. I know. We go way back. So thank y'all so much. I enjoyed it.
Thank you. That's a great topic. Yeah, I think we'll go more in depth with hormones. I think it's important to know, not just what to do to fix imbalanced hormones, but also how to prevent, right? Lifestyle choices, um, your nutrition, diet, right? Supporting your nutrition for those hormone balance, but patches work amazing, right? But also you want to cover those foundations, lifestyle, activity, movement, and also nutrition, and making sure you're keeping your blood sugars balanced because that is one of the number one ways we get our hormones out of whack, as well as environment toxins too.
Yeah, I was gonna say, so I've recently done this experiment with a CGM. Have any of y'all ever done that before? A constant glucose monitor. It's kind of a pain to do, but
It is.
I'm just doing an experiment with my regular, primary care doctor just to see because my blood sugar is not out of normal range or anything, but just to see like, hey, does this spike or what, what's the deal? And it's just really curious that I don't know if y'all could speak to that some throughout this year of topics, but that one of my health coaches a few years ago, I wanted her to kind of dive into that and she never really had the opportunity, but nonetheless, I think that's a very valuable topic because I was
Yes.
scared. It sat on my desk for 2 weeks because I'm like, oh God. I don't know
Right.
what to do with this freaking thing. I'm scared. What do I do?
The
Yeah.
easiest thing to do, Vanessa, is when you take your food enzyme before meal, there's a product called Nature's Cortisol.
Uh-huh.
So not only does it help with stress, but it helps with normalizing blood sugar. And if it gets out of range, or let's say you're cheating and you're having something you shouldn't, or let's go with it's your birthday and you're having birthday cake.
Yeah.
There's a product called the sugar regulator.
Ah.
And Ken can tell you all about that because he kept saying, oh, the doctor said he would be on medication for life. Go ahead, Ken, tell him how many weeks it was before he was off all medication from doing just what I'm saying, the food enzyme probiotic, the sugar reg, and the nature's cortisol.
That's amazing. 2 weeks. Wow, that's amazing.
I'm saying.
Yeah, that's amazing.
I know.
I
And he
love
got
it.
to eat steak and cheese and chicken and gluten-free pizza and pizza in a bowl. He's like, wait, I get to eat this way? I'm like, yeah, we're taking away your macaroni and cheese and spaghetti and meatballs and all the other crap you're throwing over rice. You can't
I love it.
Y'all, rice turns to 12 to 14 teaspoons of sugar within 20 minutes.
Ooh, that's awful. Yeah, do some zoodles, like zucchini noodles,
Yes.
right?
Exactly.
Yeah. Well, I love that. I love that so much. Thank y'all. But yeah, CGM, I was, like I said, freaked out, but thank y'all for speaking to that because it's important.
Blood sugar is very important. It's what
Yeah.
causes all disease,
Yeah.
creates all pain and inflammation in the
Yeah.
body, and it feeds all disease. Period.
Yeah, do you know, like, because I mean, that's one thing I noticed, like in the evening, like when I first started doing it, it was like tracking it because I have the app or whatever too. It's like, and y'all can go into this later on in the year, but I mean, it's just curious to see. But like my blood sugar would dip down like to like the 60s, 64, 63, like before
And
bed.
Ken's did that too.
Really?
So that's where you get that ebb and flow and you learn the things to do. That's when you would go get fruit
Okay,
out of
gotcha.
the refrigerator, something to
Yeah.
bring that level up a little
And
bit.
not the low glycemic fruit, probably like pineapple, like y'all said.
It's a pineapple, papaya, something
Right, something with a
that
little more
helps
sugar.
with digestion to get that natural sugar up, because coming in from the fruit, it's still candy, so to speak. It's nature's candy. So
Right.
it's poisonous candy, and it's best if eaten in season, but at least you're able to get your blood sugar up right away.
Yeah, yeah, without having to dump, actual sugar, because I'm not
Correct.
about that.
Yeah, don't do that,
No,
please.
thank y'all so much. I appreciate it.
Welcome.
That's
Yes.
a great topic, great question. I think that first of all, everything's connected in the body, right? We know that. So thinking back to your question, back it up to the gut with blood sugar, right? A healthy gut will support healthy, stable blood sugars because everything's connected, right? The gut's connected to the liver, to the pancreas, to the hormones. It's a whole circle. So I could do a whole year on that, I think. So
Seriously.
that's a great topic. We will definitely focus more on hormones, gut health. I think that's a very popular topic. A lot of people struggle with gut hormones. It's probably the number one, as well as autoimmune, however that goes back to the gut, right? I think that's the number one. Number two,
But
gut hormones.
if
Number
you think
two
about the gut health, though, it's because they're not digesting the food and they're eating all the wrong foods. Anything devitalized, denatured, instant microwavable food is not food. It shouldn't even be in the stores. It just shouldn't be. There should be a poison, toxic sign, if I had my way. Just down those outer parameters, get your meats and your vegetables. Did y'all hear me? Just meats and vegetables and go out of the store. So when Christy and I do the topic on blood sugar, y'all better be back. Y'all better not be like, I don't want to hear I can't have my macaroni and cheese. And I don't want to, because we'll give you good, healthy choices. Like you said, zoodles. You still put the rich, real liquid whipping cream in it with butter and all the cheese, and oh my God, just get a spoon. Now you can't have nothing else with it, but you're getting mac and cheese that night.
right, satisfaction curve.
I'm saying it works. We know what to do. If I pull you off of something, I know what to offer instead of.
She's got healthy coping mechanisms for our toxic.
Yes.
Look at her. But so do I.
That's right.
Okay.
Nothing is hard. It's just changing the habit, making new habits, and doing it. Just don't procrastinate, Vanessa. Like you said, that test sat there forever. Just do it.
Just do it. That's great. Yeah, great topic. We'll definitely cover more on that. So.
Yes, and we thank all of you all for joining, because we are all about coming in and educating everybody. Because like I said, if y'all think somebody's going to come and save you and that your doctors care all about you and so does the government, you have nothing to worry about, that is the furthest thing from the truth. So we want y'all to have some good tools in your toolbox that you can fall back into. We want you to learn how to eat healthy and take better care of yourself. Like I said, it's your health, it's your choice. So we're giving y'all some really good choices. So y'all have no excuse. We're paying the money to go to the colleges and get all the degrees, and we come on here for free. I could be in there eating barbecue with John right now. From Republic, Danita, our favorite place with the brisket and the chicken. That's what we're having: brisket, sliced brisket and chicken, no barbecue sauce. And I've got green beans on the stove with homemade garlic butter and John's seasoning. Y'all want to come over for dinner?
I'll be there. I'll be there in 15 minutes.
Location at Dr. Debbie's house every Thursday at 6:30.
Come on!
Do live in-person sessions from now on, everybody.
I'm right behind Danita.
Love it. Well, that about sums it up. You guys, thank y'all for coming on to our little health club, I think we'll call it, where we just give you all the tips, tricks, education, knowledge to be an advocate for your own health, to empower you to take on your health, to prevent, and to just tackle and just live a healthy lifestyle. So any topics I want us to ever cover, just shoot them to me or Dr. Debbie.
Yes.
And we're happy to do that. So thank y'all for being here again tonight. And I hope y'all found some good value from what we presented tonight.
Thank you. Good night.
Bye, everybody. Have a
Good
wonderful
night.
night. We'll see y'all
Bye.
next Thursday at 6:30.
How do I